Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting chemistry video lessons by Adrenaline the Bazooka Prophet, BSc, MSc, PhD in view in chemistry. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be taking a question that was sent to me from all the way from United States, right? So I'm going to work in on this question right now, right? And at the end of this video, you should be able to break down every question that revolve around this area. Meanwhile, for those of you who are preparing for IB exams, AP, Cambridge A-level exams, wherever the exam of wherever category that you're preparing for, right? And Adrenaline Global Educational Platform handles it perfectly well. And if you have kids who are also in grade 5 to grade 12, we are all available to make that subject look so easy. Now, without wasting time, let us go straight to this question. And the question says, for each structure, as you can see, these are the structures, identify any asymmetric carbon atoms and then label each asymmetric carbon as arrow or X. This is also part of stereochemistry. I'm going to be breaking it down straight away. Now, when we hear of the word asymmetric carbon, it simply means a chiral carbon. And what is a chiral carbon? A chiral carbon, simply put, is a carbon that is bonded by four different groups or four different atoms. This is just the bedrock in which this point is hanged on. It is not difficult, so be relaxed, right? They will not do what we call the arrow and X. In my previous video, we talked about enantiomers. So this is also a continuation of that particular word video. So straight away, let us start. Now, these are the two structures. So for the first structure, we are going to be identifying the asymmetric carbon atoms here. Now let's go. Can this be an asymmetric carbon? The answer is no. Why? It is not bonded by four different groups. How do I know? This is a methyl group. Yeah. This is also a methyl group. Yeah. A lot of people will be confused that, okay, why did they put here a methyl group and here none? Of course, you must understand that we use skeletal form, right, to represent an organic molecule. And when you see something like this, it simply shows it is a methyl group. When you see something like this, each of this edge they signify a carbon. Is that understood now? But that's not my center of focus, so I work here. So there is no asymmetric carbon here, but there is here. There is here. Why? This group here, this group here, this group here, and there is an invisible bond which is hydrogen that you do not put. So we have one here, we have two here. So we have two asymmetric carbon that is found in this molecule. The same thing also goes here. Here, there is an asymmetric carbon here. One. There is also an asymmetric carbon here. But there is none here. There is none here. There is none. Why? You may be confused that how? Why is there none here? Simple. Don't waste your time. Right? Let me explain. Remember that I have always told you that there is an invisible bond which carries hydrogen that you do not put when it is not denoted. So now look at it, and we have said that every carbon atom, like every chiral carbon atom or an asymmetric carbon, must have four different groups. The group must be different, but in this carbon here, these two groups are the same, and as such, there is no chiral carbon or asymmetric carbon here. So for this molecule, we have two chiral carbon which are 1 and 2. For this other molecule, we have 2 here, 1 and 2. These are their position. Now the next question is, label each asymmetric carbon as arrow and as X. It is actually very simple. So let us do it together. So for this carbon here, let us do it together. Now, we'll do it here. Here is 1. Here is 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. Right? So the way it is going here, it is going in this direction, which is an anti-clockwise direction. So if it is going anti-clockwise, it will be X. So for this position here, here is X. Now we'll move to this other carbon here. Let's go. How do we do it? Of course, here we take 1. Here we take 2. Here we take 3. Here we take 4. So it is also going in this direction, which is also what now? Anti-clockwise, which is what? X. Right? It is actually very, very simple. Now SX here. Now we'll move to this other one here. So here is 1. Okay. Here is 1. Here is 2. I mean, yeah, for this carbon here now. Here is 1, God of chlorine. Remember that you name it based on atomic number. Here is 1 higher priority here, followed by this, right? So it is going in this direction, which is an arrow direction. So we also move to this other one here, which is the next carbon here, right? Here is 1. Here is 2. Here is 3. So it is going in this direction, which is what now? X. So for this particular molecule, here is arrow and here is X. And if you are to actually do it, these two molecules, right, can simply be known as a distereomers. And that is just the end of it. Right? Thank you and God bless you.